FluffyMind. Congratulations on wanting to get more involved with your finances. However, for many of you, the hardest part about budgeting is that you don't know where to start. One common starting point is the 50-20-30 budgeting rule. This simple rule applies to your finances and budgeting. To use this rule, you divide your net after-tax income into 3 categories: needs, savings, and wants. First, focus on your necessities. You want no more than 50% of your after-tax income to go towards your essentials, which includes housing, utilities, food, transportation, and minimum debt payments. These are your basic needs for survival. Once your necessities have been paid, and before any personal spendings, the next 20% of your after-tax income should go towards your financial obligations. This includes long-term savings, emergency funds, and paying extra debt payments. It's time to think about your future. You may not be thinking about retirement right now, but keep in mind, the advantages of starting early is compound interest. Finally, the remaining 30% is for your wants. These expenses depends on your lifestyle: eating out, shopping, vacations, memberships, hobbies, and entertainment. These are things you don't really need and can live without. If you find yourself spending more than 30%, it's time for you to really prioritize your spending. Let's look at an example. You're a recent graduate and you got your first job, which pays a salary of $40,000 a year. Assuming you pay 25% of your salary to taxes and 401k, your net after-tax income would be about $30,000. That's $2.5K a month. If we use the 50-20-30 budgeting rule, that would allocate $1,250 for your needs, $500 for savings, and $750 for your wants. Now let's look at your actual expenses for the month. You live with your partner, so rent is about $900 a month. Transportation, $120. Utilities, $135. And $100 for groceries a month. You also have a $135 credit card bill, of which $35 is the minimum payment. Next, unfortunately, you have student loans of $200 per month. You also want to save $150 a month and still have to pay the remaining credit card balance of $100. Since you're in a relationship, you pay $200 a month to eat and have fun. Also, you both dream of going to South Korea one day, so you decide to save $300 a month while keeping shopping to about $100. Let's look. Are you meeting your monthly budget? Let's compare your actual expense to your budgeted. If we calculate, your needs total $1,290, financial contributions $450, and $600 for your lifestyle. So in total, it's $2,340, which is great since it's below your after-tax monthly income of $2,500. You have an extra $160 breathing room. A lot of people have a habit of saying, "Okay, I have extra money. I'll just spend the remaining money." You are not those people. You are smart. You don't just stop here. You go back and analyze your budget. You look at each category and see where you can improve. If we look at the needs category, you're over the limit. This is a huge problem. So you should look at each item and see how you can improve. Okay, rent is $900. That's about 70% of my needs category. That's really high. Is there any way I could lower it? Can I find a cheaper place? Same with transportation, utilities, and groceries. Can I cut the cost? Is it possible to bike? Maybe I should turn off the lights that I never use. Can I learn to cook a cheaper alternative recipe? These are the types of questions you need to ask yourself. Next, if we look at your financial goals, you didn't even reach your goal of $500. You only reached $450. Instead of using the extra $160, why not save some or even all of it? Remember, you want to max out and try and go beyond your financial goals budget. And if we look at your lifestyle you want, you're doing good. You're spending less than your budgeted, $500 compared to $750. Ideally, you want your needs and wants category to be as low as possible to maximize your savings category. Rich people are rich because they save more. Over time, when their wealth grows, they use the interest and dividends received from their savings to pay for their needs and wants. The 50-20-30 rule is a great guideline for beginners to help them become more financially aware. Don't feel guilty if your ratio is different. Budget according to your specific life. This rule is different for everyone. Don't take this rule too literally. Find out what works best for you. However, if you have a lot of student loans or debt, I highly recommend you allocate more money into paying them off first. Live frugally till you pay them off. Realistically, it's nice if you can have a 40-40-20 budget, 40% needs, 40% financial goals, and 20% wants. However, we don't live in an ideal world. Comment down below what your allocation percentage is.